So, as someone that's been literally retaining my seed for over 6 months, probably at this point, I haven't exactly counted, but I know like the last time I released with a woman, I released in general, was around 6 months ago. Yeah, it was about a half a year ago. So, I've literally been retaining my seed for around 6 months. Now, I won't say that I've been 100% sexually pure. I've definitely slept with women. I've definitely fallen into the sites and whatever, but I've retained my seed for well over like 5 months, probably, if not 6 months. I have to check like the date that I saw this girl last, but yeah, it's been a long time. And I want to say what I've actually noticed with women on semen retention. But I really think a lot of these guys are either delusional or they're lying or they're exaggerating. But there is something to be said. There's definitely something to be said. And semen retention is a very important part in my understanding of women and attraction. But it's not what you've been told. Like, you don't just go outside and women are just flock towards you because you're doing semen retention. That's not how this shit works. Like, if any guy is telling you that's how it works, that's not how it works. Neither is it if you just go and talk to a woman just because you're doing semen retention, she's automatically going to jump on you and want to be your wife or something. That's not how it works either. In fact, on semen retention, I've gotten a lot of rejections on semen retention. Like, there's been lots of rejections when my game wasn't super good, when I was not doing the correct things, when I had the wrong thoughts and the wrong frame of mind. Because what I've noticed is that semen retention alone it's good. It retains your energy, but it's not the end all be all. You could be on semen retention and still be thinking a lot of sexual thoughts. You could be on semen retention and still be lusting after women. You could be on semen retention and still be on the corn sites. And you could be on semen retention and still be having sex. You could still be fapping. You could be doing semen retention and still be doing all these things. So semen retention is just the literal fact that you retain your seed. That's all it means. It doesn't mean that your mind is completely sexually pure, or you don't have obsessive sexual thoughts, or you're not lusting or craving after anything like that. Now, to me, this is far more powerful for women than just doing semen retention. The actual watching your thoughts, watching your eyes, is way more powerful for women, because women can smell the neediness off of you. Women can smell the amount that you lust after them, how much you need them. Now, I'm not saying that being sexual towards a woman is bad. In fact, they definitely like that sexual energy, but they don't want you to crave them in the fact that you can't control yourself or you need them so badly. They don't like needy guys. That's what I've noticed. When you're on a date with a girl or you're talking to a girl and she just feels like you have this needy energy, like you really need something to happen, you need to bang her, you need to keep her around, you need her to be your girlfriend, whatever it may be. If she feels like you have this really needy energy, she's going to be turned off by it. She's going to be pushed away by it, and it's not going to help you. So if you're on semen retention, but you're still having those lustful thoughts all the time, it's actually going to make the problem worse, because you're going to become more needy towards women, because your lust is amplified, because you're not letting go of the thoughts. Maybe you're doing semen retention, but you're still lusting. You're still needing a woman's sexuality, a woman's body. You're still needing these things. You're needing these images. You're needing to go on these sites. You're needing to edge. You're needing to do all these things. And that really pushes a woman away. So in fact, I've noticed that doing semen retention, if you're doing it the wrong way, it can actually repel women more than usual, because you have a stronger needy energy. So it's not semen retention that I've noticed that's helped my results with women. It's actually getting rid of these thoughts and these habits of lusting and these habits of craving and these habits of thinking fantasies. And when I'm with a woman, I don't like to think about banging her anymore. Like, I just want to connect and have a conversation, and if it happens, it happens. But in the past, I would be doing semen retention and I would be on a date and I would just be thinking about like slaying. I would just be thinking about getting her in bed and slaying, and it would never really turn out super well when I did that. I mean, there was times where I did hook up with a girl, But she eventually would pull away and push away and not want to be around that energy, because women just don't like needy energy. They don't like it at all. So it could actually backfire semen retention. When you're doing it and you're still lusting, you're still craving, it could actually amplify that neediness and push women further and further away. So there's another point I want to make about semen retention and its relation to attraction with women. Even if you're doing everything correctly, you're doing semen retention, you're not watching the sites, you're not fapping, you're not fantasizing, you're not craving, you're not lusting, you're not doing any of those things. Say you're doing everything completely right. You can still be pushing women away. Women could still be rejecting you a lot. And I went through this myself, where I was doing everything perfectly, like perfect. No corn, no fapping, almost like minimal like relations with a real girl that I might have been dating at the time, but not like every day, like once a week, once every 2 weeks, something like that. Maybe even once a month at times. So I was doing everything pretty pure. I wasn't really craving at all. And I was still going out and getting rejected and not getting results with women. And I was wondering why. Like, okay, I'm doing the semen retention thing. Shouldn't women just be like on me all of a sudden? If I just say hi, they're just automatically on me. This is how I thought it was. But what I realized is that I was still seeking validation, and I was still afraid to show my full, semen retention energy, whatever that full masculine energy. I was afraid of showing it, and I was still seeking validation. I was still seeking rapport. I was just trying to be like a people pleaser, and it actually comes across as a really creepy on semen retention, because you do have an extra kind of energy about you when you're on semen retention. People will look at you more. This is true. I mean, maybe your perception is more intense, but I've personally noticed this. I can't deny this, that people do look at you more. They look at you kind of weird, like something's up with this person. Like, I know I'm a foreigner, I'm a gringo. So I do already look different, but I'm used to that. Like, I've always been living in different countries, and I haven't gotten that much attention as I have gotten on semen retention. So I do get more people look at me, but that doesn't mean that women feel comfortable around you, because you do have a more like an intense energy about you. So if you go and you talk to a woman and you're hiding this intense energy, she's gonna feel like you're hiding something, and she's gonna get kind of spooked. Because if you're trying just to act like a normal person, like this, like calm, whatever, polite, nice guy, and you go up and you say hi to her, you go on a date, and she feels there's something off. There's an incongruency, because when you're on semen retention, you have a lot of masculine energy. So if you're hiding this energy, she's going to get kind of weirded out by it. She's going to get kind of creeped out by it, and she's going to reject you. That's happened to me a lot on semen retention, where I talk to girls, I go on dates, whatever, I approach girls, and I'm like trying to hide my masculine energy. I'm trying to hide it. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be like, delicate. I'm trying to be relaxed, meditative, whatever. And that's just not congruent with semen retention. Semen retention is energetic. It's masculine. It's even slightly aggressive. So when you're hiding this energy, she could feel this incongruency. That she could feel something's off, and you're not truly being yourself. You're not truly expressing yourself as who you are, as a semen retaining man, as a man with high testosterone, high masculinity. Like, my testosterone is through the fucking roof. Like, doctors, when I did a blood test, the doctors thought I had some sort of problem, like because they said my testosterone was too high. But no, when you see retention, your testosterone just goes up. So I was trying to hide that. I was trying to hide that a lot when I would go on dates or talk to girls, and it would backfire on me, because they would be weirded out by it. They would feel like there's definitely some sort of intensity behind me, but I'm trying to hide it or something. I'm trying to like be this nice guy, this beta, whatever, passive guy, and they would get weirded out by it, and they would reject me because of it. They would feel like something's off, and they would reject me because of it. But once I started to actually embrace this masculine energy and just bulldoze it, just throw it out to the fucking world, that's when women really start to effectively accept you and want to date you and really become infatuated with you. It's when you stop trying to hide this energy and just you being yourself. When you're on semen retention, You don't have to try to be someone else. You can actually be yourself, because who you are is going to be the most masculine version of yourself, and women are attracted to that. So you don't have to try to hide. You don't have to hide it anymore. And you don't have to fake this like alpha dominant whatever attitude, because it's who you truly are in semen retention. When you have all this pent up energy, this pent up masculine energy that you haven't released for months and months and months, it's just who you are at this point. So you just have to be yourself, and women will be attracted to it. But it's, a lot of guys will hear this and think being yourself is playing it safe, but that's not what it is. Being yourself is not giving a fuck what anyone thinks, and it's actually being yourself. Like, it's harder said than done. I might be saying this to people and they'd be like, oh yeah, I could be myself. But no, you actually have to stop faking. You have to stop pretending to be this like passive guy. You have a lot of energy on semen retention. You have a lot of aggression. You have a lot of masculine energy, testosterone. You just have to let it out. You guys gotta let it out. You gotta let it out. And that's when you will start seeing women respond very positively. But still, they're not just gonna run and jump on you from a distance. Like, you still have to make the first move. You still have to approach them. You still have to ask them out on dates. But yes, they will be more attracted to you. They'll be chasing you more. They will be accepting you more. But it's not like this one size fits all. Like I said, if you're doing these other things wrong, if you're craving, if you're lusting, it's actually going to backfire. If you're seeking validation, playing it safe, hiding yourself, it's going to backfire. The only way semen retention actually improves your dating results is if you're not lusting, you're not craving, you're not watching the sites, you're not fapping, you're not even thinking sexual thoughts, and you're not trying to hide it. You're not trying to be a people pleaser. You're not trying to be someone you're not. You're fully embracing this energy, and you're just letting it out. If people don't like it, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares if people don't like it? There's going to be tons of people that enjoy it, especially women. There's going to be haters as well, but that just comes with the territory. So you can't hide it. You got to just let it express itself. Let it fucking express itself. Don't hide it. And the thing is, if you're on semen retention, you have nothing to hide, because you're the most disciplined man in the world if you're on semen retention. Yes, if you're on semen retention and you're not lusting and you're doing all these things, you're one of the most disciplined men in the world. So what do you have to hide? You have aggression, yes. You have more aggression than most men, than most people in general, but you also have more discipline than almost anyone. So you don't have to worry about your aggression getting out of control. Like, aggression only gets out of control with beta males that can't control their fucking wee-wee. I mean, I'm not saying you guys are, if you're struggling, that you're a beta male, but aggression happens with men that can't control themselves, that aren't disciplined. I mean, like, uncontrolled aggression happens with men that aren't disciplined, that can't control themselves. So even though you have more aggression, you are more disciplined. So you can control yourself. You can control what you do and what you don't do. So you're actually one of the safest members of society. You have nothing to hide. You have nothing to hide. It's the people that are always at the whim of their emotions. It's the men that are taking all these actions on their emotions. They have no discipline. They're the most dangerous men. They're the men that have to hide the most. They're the men that have to try to hide their aggression all the time. But you, as a semen retainer, you don't have to hide your aggression, because that also comes with an extreme amount of discipline, that aggression. So it's controlled aggression. It's not uncontrolled aggression. So you really don't have anything to hide, just everything to express. And yeah, guys, I just want to say that it's not a fairy tale. Women don't just flock towards you and just ask for your number and ask you out on dates. No, you still have to be a fucking man. You still have to go. You have to approach. You have to face rejection from time to time. But you will get more attraction. You will have women chasing you more. And it definitely is a very important point to female attraction. Doing semen retention, doing no fap, doing all these things. So guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.